are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. But tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Moore, the man in motion. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs in. They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On second down, Jacobs. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Back to throw, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, Now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Now a first down throw. Fields buying time to his left. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Here's Fields now on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They snap it to Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Once more, Gibson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. This defense for the Bears, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Fields. And that's incomplete.
Really good coverage all the way to the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try to put his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Gibson here running out of the gun. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 14, 1st down Commanders. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. First down, Howell to throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
Dotson, somebody can turn any catch into a big play. That's why Washington took him 16th overall in 2022, and that's what he showed in a strong rookie season. Expect a big jump for him in year 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Brandon Graham, great pursuit there, getting the tackle for loss.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Howell down to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed. I
love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw him twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Fields on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza is sent on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What do they always say when they're throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Trying to create a little bit of that hocus-pocus with some magic. But the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
The kick by goal is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. First target, first catch, and a first down. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Howell's throw complete to Dotson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And Howell will throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. And that is incomplete here. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Back to throw, Howell. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Fields going to change things up here. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On play action, Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And quickly, they get to the line. Fields throwing again. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Fields going to keep it running right. And he stopped immediately there. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's Fields. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Gold with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 and 13-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. From the 50, here's Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. Eluding the pressure right. He's got room at the... Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Touchdown! K.J. Hamler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From the end zone, here's Pringle. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays?
Oh, Howe loses it. On second down, here's the option. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Here's Fields now on second down. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. He'll get it inside the 20 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The Bears on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Fields. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything in a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down, Howell now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Back to throw. Fields. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamlin. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after the ice is down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The kick by Gold is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
From the end zone, here's Pringle. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's Fields. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Howell to throw. Steps away. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll take it inside the 25.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Well, Hal's going to mix it up here. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Gibson again.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Gibson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it.
And the Commanders are going to win this football game. So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Commanders,
they move back over 503-2 now on the year. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it was a good